The these are the three things: the fluid bag, the administration set, and the needles. Okay. For the this is a in use set. The big thing is that you need to keep it sterile and clean. So this part here has to stay in the bag, even if the bag is empty. Like in between your things, keep this in the bag until you open up a new bag and put it in. Okay. And then the needle, keep the needle on the end. Okay. When you're done, don't take the needle off and leave this and open, or else it'll get infected. Okay. So this is a clean needle. This is a new needle. With you at home, you can use the needle twice. All right. So when it comes time, you're going to take it off and give them the fluids and then recap it. You're going to do that twice. And then after that, the needle starts to get dull. You don't want to keep reusing it. So you're going to take it off. So it just untwists, and you're going to put a new needle on. I'm going to send you
every 2 times. Change out the needle.
Correct. And I'm going to send you home with needles so that you have them to use. It's up to you whether you put a new needle on and then just let it sit, or you leave the old needle on and change it right at the last second. That's fine, but don't leave this part open, or else it'll get infected. Okay. So, how do you put the stuff on? It comes to you like this. You just open the bag, and it's got 2 ports, but they both are sealed, so it's both sterile. And with the administration set, you can use this thing like 2 or 3 times, so on 2 or 3 different bags before you have to reset that out. Okay? You don't want to let that sit. But this just opens up. But it comes like that. We're going to unwind everything. And the first time is different than the other times. So the first time it's important that you remember this. So it's good you tape it. But it's already got a sealed end there, and it's got a sealed end here. We're going to take off the top. This pops off. And then we're going to take off this top. And this goes right into the gray. Okay? We're going to stick it all the way in. And then that opens it up. The first time, this is all full of air. Okay? There's no fluid in there yet. So we lift it up. And you'll see the fluid going through. And it's going all the way through to the end. Make sure you fill it up, and so that it's leaking out the end. That way you know it's full. To stop the bag, there's a little wheel here. You just push this wheel down, and that stops the fluid. And you can tell that it stopped because it's no longer dripping. Okay? So now it's not dripping, but you fill this whole line.
So basically let it drip out, make sure it's going through full, and then just stop it with the stopper.
And then stop it, right. And then now, you can either leave it like this until you use it, or you can put that first needle on. You're going to take off the old one, twist the new needle on there, and it's ready to go.
Okay.
Okay?
And how long will one bag last? Like a week?
A week, 2 weeks. Ideally, you want to do about 200 units, and so there's 1,000 in this. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 6, all the way to 1,000.
Okay.
So there's ideally you want to do about 200 at a time. If you can do 250, that's fine. But usually they start to get a little squeamish, or they get a little kind of restless after about 200. So stop the fluid so it's not just going everywhere, and then you put it up.
Okay.
So ideally with him, I probably do it 2 or 3 times a week. So if you do it 3 times a week, this one bag will last you 2 weeks.
Okay. So yeah, so one of these will last 2 times.
2 times.
And do it every couple days.
Right.
One dose every couple days.
And if he's doing better and feeling better, then stop. Then do it less. Do it twice a week, or do it once a week, or don't do it at all if he's back to his normal self.
Okay.
The point, we're going to do it more now to start, to flush everything out of his system to get him back to normal. And then once he's back to normal, then you don't have to do it.
Okay.
When he's having a couple of bad days in a row, or he's kind of moping around, then we'll do another dose of fluid.
Okay.
All right. This is all done by gravity. So what we did is we took a metal hanger, and we just put it up higher, and then you just put it on there like that. So this is higher than Simba, so that gravity will push it into him.
Okay.
Okay. Some people at home will put this on a shower curtain, and they'll do it in their bathroom. And they'll put it up high on the shower curtain, and then they'll do him like on a toilet or in the bathroom or something like that. You can do that. You can put it on a hanger and hang it almost anywhere. This has to be higher than him, or else it's not going to flow.
Okay.
The higher it is, the quicker it'll flow through, and the shorter your time.
Higher
Okay?
it is, quicker it flows through.
Right. Here, or if you have help, we have one person holding them and the other person squeezing the bag so it goes in faster.
Okay.
But you don't have to squeeze the bag. It'll just take a little bit longer. If he starts getting crazy or amped up or starts wiggling too much, then just stop. You don't have to do 200, but 200 is kind of the ideal.
Okay.
Make sense?
200 is ideal. Got
Right.
it.
Right. So,
And where on him does it get injected?
all right. So that's the next part of it. Yours is already set to go, but I'm not going to, and this is a brand new needle, but I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use ours just so that saves you a trip. Okay. So with cats and dogs, we are lucky because they have a lot of tissue. If you're going to highlight that, I'm going to just lift up here. Haha. You can't escape me, bud. They have a lot of space in between the muscle and the skin. That's called the sub-Q, or the subcutaneous level. That's why you can go like this and all that extra fur and stuff. Okay? The place that it's the most is right here in the neck. So that's what we're going to use. No, you don't, handsome. So that's where we're going to put the fluids, because that's where a lot of that space is.
Okay.
The easiest way to do this is kind of, here's the shoulder blades coming up. So you're going to grab a little bit of the skin, and that kind of makes a tent. So you grab a little bit of the skin, and then here's the door. There's a little pressure right there. You know what I mean?
Right on the back of his neck. Okay,
Right.
Yeah. Right
So
there.
you're not going into them, but you're lifting up, and you're going in between that space that you lifted up. Okay. If you can go this way, but if you go that way, sometimes you go through both sides of the tent, and then it just you start to do the water, and you see it squirting out the side of them.
So towards the middle.
Right.
Down in.
So open it up, and then like towards the middle.
Okay.
Okay. It doesn't matter whether you go like this or like this, whatever you want to do. But up here is where he has a lot of extra tissue. So we make our little tent. We stick it in. Uh-oh. I know a little bit. And then we're good.
And then just naturally gravity pulls it down. You don't got to push it or anything.
Right.
Okay.
And then I'm going to open it. And you know it's flowing because it's dripping. Sometimes this will crease it really, really much. So you got to kind of, open the crease a little. But it's dripping, so I know it's working.
Okay.
And I don't feel any wet on him, so I know it's inside of him. So we just sit here and wait. Right now we're at about 6.5. I'm going to go at least till 8.5. See how it's going really, really slow?
Yeah.
Sometimes if the needle is next to the skin, it makes it go slow like that. So just take your needle and give it a little twist. And see how it's going a lot faster now? Whoa, it's because it's coming out.
And you said 200 milliliters is what you want to do?
Yep.
Okay.
So now it's going a little faster. See how it's going faster now? This will make kind of a, and this is probably, you probably saw, did you see it? It'll make a bubble up here on him. Over the course of the day, it might go down to the side or might, move on him. That's normal. It's just, again, getting pulled by gravity.
Yep.
But it usually starts up here. And then we just let it go until we get to where we need to be. Again, if I go higher, it'll come out more. See how it's like racing out now?
Yeah.
Versus lower, it's just kind of drip, drip, drip. So the higher it is, the quicker it'll go in. But we're at 700 down, so we already have 50 in them.
And where are you reading it at?
On the side here.
Okay.
So 100, 200, 300,
Got it.
400, 500, 6, 7. We started at 650, and now we're already at 700.
Okay. So it takes a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're just going to sit with him until either we reach our number or at home until he starts to freak out.
Okay.
I ain't even got possession of it at my other house yet. She ain't moved out yet. All they're doing is screwing with the paperwork.
And then you can squish it. It helps it go a little bit faster. It's hard to do it when you're by yourself squishing it. Usually you're just kind of, you put it up there and then you put it in.
Almost looks like he kind of likes it.
Yeah. Well, and he'll feel better. And especially once you get to do it, you know, a while, you know, he'll get in the habit of, okay, I feel better after this. Let's do it. So now we're at 100 already.
It should have been included in the sale.
Definitely.
I know, Bubba. Whoop. See, it went out.
Yep.
Right.
So now it's going out really fast up there, and it's squirting a whole bunch through the needle. I mean, that's going to happen. It's not the end of the world. Either lower the bag or close it, and then just put it back in, reposition. Make a little tent under the skin, and then either untent it, unkink it, or lift it back up. And now it's going in nice and firm. And it's going to happen. And you're going to do it once, and you're going to go all the way through, and it's going to come out the side of the cat, and you'll be like, oh, whoops. You know, just reposition. Pull it out, put it back in.
Okay.
Most 40-year-old kids wouldn't help much anyway.
That's scary.
I mean, does this seem like you can do it?
Yeah, it seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it's not bad. And there's a
Take
ton
a,
of,
take a little practice probably, but other than that, yeah.
but it's not bad. And there's a ton of YouTube, you know, videos on there and stuff too. Or some people will tell you to put them in a towel. You know, I mean, at home if he's getting all frustrated or mad or so, you could wrap him in a towel, you know, and then do it sometimes at
And
home.
what is this called? It's liquid.
This is lactated ringers.
Okay.
So this is just like like when you go to the hospital and they give you an IV. This is what they put in your arm,
Okay.
kind of a deal. So this is basically, it's sodium chloride, so it's salt water with all the electrolytes and stuff that he needs.
Okay.
So ideally, I wanted to get. We started at what? At 650. So 750, 850.
Okay.
So
He's
we're
about there.
He's that, yeah. I mean, so we could stop, but he's handling it pretty good. And I squirted a bunch on the floor, so he's doing fine. I'm gonna give him a little bit more. That way, you just don't have to do it as much.
Okay.
Plus, if he'll take it, I'll give him I'll give him all of it, and then I'll be done with this. Whoop, or not. All right, you're done. Okay.
He said no, I don't think so.
He's not done.